The ocean is home to the largest animal that has ever lived, one of the most intelligent predators on Earth, and an animal with 3 hearts. But these creatures don't survive in the water in the same way. Some rely on speed. Others use intelligence. Some can dive to incredible depths, and one of them can completely change the color and texture of its body. Here are 8 incredible aquatic animals that rule the water. Great white shark. Let's start with one of the most famous predators in the ocean, the great white shark. Its body is essentially a biological hunting machine. A powerful tail provides propulsion. Its streamlined body allows it to move efficiently through the water, and its senses are extraordinary. Great whites can detect chemicals in the water using their powerful sense of smell. They can also detect vibrations and even tiny electrical signals produced by other animals. But their most famous weapon is their mouth. Great whites have multiple rows of serrated teeth. When a tooth is lost, another can move forward to replace it. So throughout its life, a great white can go through thousands of teeth. But teeth aren't what make this predator truly impressive. It's the combination of speed, senses, and surprise. Blue whale. Now forget the shark, because the largest animal in the history of Earth is alive today. The blue whale. These animals can reach around 30 meters in length and weigh well over 100 tons, and yet they survive by eating some of the smallest animals in the ocean. Krill. A blue whale can consume enormous quantities of these tiny crustaceans during feeding seasons. Instead of chasing individual prey, it uses a technique called filter feeding. The whale takes huge amounts of water into its mouth and then pushes the water back out through baleen plates. The tiny prey remain trapped. It's an extraordinary example of scale. The largest animal on Earth, feeding on some of the smallest. Orca. If the blue whale is the giant of the ocean, the orca may be one of its greatest strategists. Orcas are highly social animals. They live in family groups and can cooperate during hunts. And different groups can develop their own hunting techniques. Some orcas work together to create waves that wash seals off ice. Others use coordinated movements to hunt whales. And they communicate using sounds that help maintain their social relationships and coordinate behavior. In other words, an orca doesn't just have a powerful body. It has a powerful brain and a team. And when those two things work together, the result is one of the ocean's most effective predators, octopus. Now we get to something completely different. The octopus. It has 3 hearts, blue blood, 8 arms, and a nervous system unlike almost any other animal. A large portion of its neurons are located in its arms. That means its arms can process sensory information and control movements with remarkable independence. But perhaps its most famous ability is camouflage. An octopus can rapidly change the color and appearance of its skin. Some species can even change its texture to resemble rocks, coral, or the sea floor. And then there's intelligence. Octopuses can solve problems, manipulate objects, and learn from their environment. They're so unusual that scientists sometimes describe them as one of the closest things to an alien intelligence on Earth. Dolphin. Few aquatic animals are as closely associated with intelligence as dolphins. And one of their most remarkable abilities is echolocation. A dolphin produces high-frequency clicks. Those sounds travel through the water and bounce off objects. The returning echoes provide information about what is around the dolphin: distance, direction, and even characteristics of objects. This allows dolphins to navigate and hunt even when visibility is poor. But their intelligence doesn't stop there. Dolphins are highly social animals. They cooperate, communicate, learn from one another, and can develop complex social relationships. Their world isn't just about surviving, it's also about interacting. And that may be one reason they've fascinated humans for centuries. Sea turtle. A sea turtle may look slow compared with a dolphin or shark, but its journey can be extraordinary. Some sea turtles travel thousands of kilometers across the ocean, and when it is time to reproduce, females can return to nesting areas connected to where they were born. How do they navigate? Scientists believe sea turtles can use several environmental cues, including Earth's magnetic field. In a sense, they appear to have a biological compass. And this is especially impressive when you remember one thing. The ocean doesn't have roads. There are no signs, no landmarks visible from above, just thousands of kilometers of open water. Yet these animals can make journeys across an environment that would be almost impossible for humans to navigate without technology. Penguin. Penguins are birds. But unlike almost every bird you see in the sky, they can't fly. Instead, they've turned their wings into underwater flippers. And some penguins are incredibly well adapted to cold environments. Their bodies are streamlined for swimming. Their feathers provide insulation, and layers of body fat help reduce heat loss. Emperor penguins take this even further. They breed in Antarctica during one of the harshest periods of the year. Temperatures can fall far below freezing. Winds can become extreme. And yet, these birds survive by staying together and sharing warmth. They're not built for the sky. They're built for the ocean. Jellyfish. And finally, one of the strangest animals in the ocean, the jellyfish. It has no brain, no bones, and no heart. Yet jellyfish have survived for hundreds of millions of years. Their bodies are mostly water. They move by contracting their bell and pushing water around them. And many species have tentacles equipped with specialized cells capable of delivering venom to prey. But here's where things get really strange. One species, the so-called immortal jellyfish, can reverse its life cycle under certain conditions. Instead of simply continuing toward death, it can transform its adult cells back into an earlier developmental stage. It's not literally impossible to die, but it is one of the most unusual biological processes ever discovered. The great white uses speed and precision. The blue whale uses enormous size. The orca uses intelligence and teamwork. The octopus uses camouflage and problem-solving. The dolphin uses echolocation. The sea turtle uses navigation. The penguin uses extraordinary adaptations for cold water. And the jellyfish barely seems to follow the rules at all. But that's what makes the ocean so fascinating. There isn't one perfect way to survive. Evolution has produced thousands of different solutions, and we've only begun to understand some of them.